Hi everybody, my name is Bill Graham. Today on Accelerated Introduction to Harmony, we're going to be talking about the circle of fifths and major scales. This series is great for beginners or anyone who just feels like they need a little brush up on their fundamentals. Today we'll be talking about how to build the circle of fifths, how to see the orders of sharps and flats in the circle of fifths, and also how to build, play, sing, and improvise with our major scales. Let's get right to it. Very simply, the circle of fifths is called the circle of fifths because every note on the circle of fifths is a fifth away from the next note on the circle of fifths. So let's take a look at what I mean by that. If we were to start at C and go up a perfect fifth, that note is G. And if we were to go back to C and go down a perfect fifth, that note is F. So if you take a look at the circle of fifths, on either side of C, there's a G and there's an F. So, in a little nod to the great John Coltrane, let's build the circle in both directions at once. So like I said, starting at C, if we go up a fifth, that's G. And if we go down a fifth, that's F. So let's go another step in either direction. If we go up a fifth from G, that's a D. And then in the opposite direction, if we go down a fifth from F, that takes us to B flat. Up another fifth in the other direction from D is A. And then down on the other side, down a fifth from B flat is E flat. All right, let's bring it in a couple octaves because we're running out of room on the camera. Up another fifth from A is E. And down another fifth from E flat is A flat. And then up a fifth from E is B. Down a fifth from A flat is D flat. And then up a fifth from B is F sharp. And down a fifth from D flat is G flat, which is the same note as F sharp. So at that point, they cross over, right? And you complete the circle. Okay, let's try going all the way around the circle in either direction now. So a fifth above C is G. And then a fifth above G is D. And a fifth above D is A. And then a fifth above A is E. And a fifth above E is B. And then a fifth above B is F sharp. And now we're going to need to convert this F sharp to a G flat to keep going through the flat keys. And so a fifth above G flat is D flat. And then a fifth above D flat is A flat. And then a fifth above A flat is E flat. And then a fifth above E flat is B flat. And then a fifth above B flat is F. And finally, a fifth above F is C. Let's go in the other direction now. So a fifth below C is F. And then a fifth below F is B flat. And a fifth below B flat is E flat. Then a fifth below E flat is A flat. And a fifth below A flat is D flat. And then a fifth below D flat is G flat. So now let's convert this G flat into an F sharp to go into the sharp keys. So F sharp, a fifth below F sharp, is B. And then a fifth below B is E. And a fifth below E is A. A fifth below A is D. And then a fifth below D is G. And finally, a fifth below G is C. If you'll recall from my last video, when you invert a perfect fifth, you get a perfect fourth. So we could also look at those descending perfect fifths as ascending perfect fourths. So a fourth above C is F, and then a fourth above F is B flat, and a fourth above B flat is E flat, and a fourth above E flat is A flat, and then a fourth above A flat is D flat, and a fourth above D flat is G flat. Now we'll convert that to F sharp in our minds, and a fourth above F sharp is B, and then a fourth above B is E, and a fourth above E is A, and then a fourth above A is D, and a fourth above D is G, and then a fourth above G is C. Okay, great. So now that we understand the circle, let's talk about the order of sharps and the order of flats. The order of sharps goes F, C, G, D, A, E, and B. And the order of flats goes B, E, A, D, G, C, and F. Do you notice that they're palindromes of one another? That should make sense because they're just going around the circle in either direction. The order of sharps is going in ascending fifths, and the order of flats is going in descending fifths. So now that you understand that, you don't need to mess around with any mnemonic devices to try and remember those orders. Okay, great. So now that we understand the order of sharps and the order of flats, let's use that information to fill in all of our major scales. So the key of C has no sharps or flats. You're just going to go from C to C, playing all natural notes. If we go up a fifth from C, we're in the key of G, and the key of G has one sharp. So if you remember from the order of sharps, the first sharp is F sharp. So in the key of G, all the notes are going to be natural, except F is going to be F sharp. If we go down a fifth from C, we get the first flat key, which is the key of F. The key of F has one flat, and since the first flat is B flat, in the key of F, all the notes are natural, except B is B flat. Going back to the other side of the circle, the key of D has two sharps. So it still has F sharp, but this key will also have a C sharp. And back on the other side, B flat has two flats, B flat and E flat. Back on the other side, A major has three sharps, F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. The key of E flat has three flats, B flat, E flat, and A flat. The key of E has four sharps, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and D sharp. The key of A flat has four flats, B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. Over on the other side, the key of B major has 5 sharps: F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, and A sharp. The key of D flat has 5 flats: B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, and G flat. The key of F sharp major has 6 sharps: F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, and E sharp. And remember that E sharp looks like F natural on the piano. But because in a major scale we can only have one iteration of each letter name, we can't have F and then F sharp in the same scale. So we have to call this note E sharp. And then with 6 flats, the same key is also called G flat major, in which case we have B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, and C flat. And C flat is like B natural, but same issue, we have to call it C flat in this scale. So So now you know how to form and play all of your major scales. That's a good start. Now let's take a little bit of a deeper dive in and learn all the intervals that exist inside of the major scale. Since the pattern of intervals is the same in every key, we're going to settle in on one key for now. Let's pick A flat, how about? And you know, it would be nice to have a drone to sing these intervals against, so I'm going to go record a drone for us right quick. Alright, that's nice. So why did I get this drone going? Well, it's a critically important skill for every musician to be able to clearly differentiate between and accurately identify all of the different intervals. And right now we're specifically talking about all the different intervals inside of the major scale. So having the drone going accomplishes 2 purposes. 1, it gives you something to measure yourself against. And 2, it lets you really hear how all of the different intervals between all of the different notes inside of the major scale relate back to the tonic of the scale. So let's get right to it and sing all of those. So you may already know that the pattern of intervals in a major scale is whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. And what that means is that after you start on the tonic, you go up a whole step, then another whole step, then a half step, then a whole, another whole, another whole, and then end with a half step. So let's get a little bit deeper and see all of the intervals that exist between all the different notes in the scale. And when we sing, we're going to use the numbers. We're going to sing the number of the scale degree we're on. If you happen to know the solfege system, that's great, go on ahead and use it, but I'll be using the numbers in these videos. So like we said, from 1 to 2 is a major second. 1, 2, 1. From 1 to 3 is a major third. 1, 3. From 1 to 4 is a perfect fourth. 1, 4, 1. From 1 to 5 is a perfect fifth. 1, 5, 1. From 1 to 6 is a major sixth. 1, 6, 1. From 1 to 7 is a major seventh. 1, 7, 1. And from 1 up to 1 is a perfect octave. 1, 1, 1. Now let's sing all the intervals down from the tonic. So from 1 down to 7 is a minor second. 1, 7, 1. From 1 down to 6 is a minor third. 1, 6, 1. From 1 down to 5 is a perfect fourth. 1, 5, 1. From 1 down to 4 is a perfect fifth. 1, 4, 1. From 1 down to 3 is a minor sixth. 1, 3, 1. From 1 down to 2 is a minor seventh. 1, 2, 1. And finally, from 1 down to 1 is a perfect octave. 1, 1, 1. Now let's take a look at all of the intervals from scale degree 2. So from 2 up to 3 is a major second. 2, 3, 2. From 2 to 4 is a minor third. 2, 4, 2. From 2 up to 5 is a perfect fourth. 2, 5, 2. From 2 up to 6 is a perfect fifth. 2, 6, 2. From 2 up to 7 is a major sixth. 2, 7, 2. From 2 up to 1 is a minor seventh. 2, 1, 2. Now let's look at the intervals down from 2. So from 2 down to 1 is a major second. 2, 1, 2. From 2 down to 7 is a minor third. 2, 7, 2. From 2 down to 6 is a perfect fourth. 2, 6, 2. From 2 down to 5 is a perfect fifth. 2, 5, 2. I think I'm going to jump up an octave now because I'm running out of notes I can sing. So from 2 down to 4 is a major sixth. 2, 4, 2. From 2 down to 3 is a minor seventh. 2, 3, 2. And then from 2 down to 2 is an octave. 2. intervals from scale degree 3. From 3 to 4 is a minor second. 3, 4, 3. From 3 to 5 is a minor third. 3, 5, 3. From 3 to 6 is a perfect fourth. 3, 6, 3. From 3 to 7 is a perfect fifth. 3, 7, 3. From 3 to 1 is a minor sixth. 3, 1, 3. From 3 to 2 is a minor seventh. 3, 2, 3. And from 3 up to 3 is an octave, of course. 3, 3, 3. So how about the intervals down from 3? 3 down to 2 is a major second. 3, 2, 3. 3 down to 1 is a major third. 3, 1, 3. 3 down to 7 is a perfect fourth. 3, 7, 3. 3 down to 6 is a perfect fifth. 3, 6, 3. 3 down to 5 is a major sixth. 3, 5, 3. 3 down to 4 is a major seventh. 3, 4, 3. And 3 down to 3 is, of course, an octave. 3, 3, 3. Okay, now let's take a look at the intervals from scale degree 4. So from 4 up to 5 is a major second. 4, 5, 4. From 4 up to 6 is a major third. 4, 6, 4. From 4 up to 7 is a tritone. 4, 7, 4. From 4 up to 1 is a perfect fifth. 4, 1, 4. From 4 up to 2 is a major sixth. 4, 2, 4. From 4 up to 3 is a major seventh. 4, 3, 4. And from 4 up to 4 is a perfect octave. 4, 4, 4. And now the intervals down from 4. From 4 down to 3 is a minor second. 4, 3, 4. From 4 down to 2 is a minor third. 4, 2, 4. From 4 down to 1 is a perfect fourth. 4, 1, 4. From 4 down to 7 is a tritone. 4, 7, 4. From 4 down to 6 is a minor sixth. 4, 6, 4. From 4 down to 5 is a minor seventh. 4, 5, 4. And of course, 4 down to 4 is a perfect octave. 4, 4, 4. Now we're going to take a look at the intervals from the fifth. From 5 up to 6 is a major second. 5, 6, 5. From 5 up to 7 is a major third. 5, 7, 5. From 5 up to 1 is a perfect fourth. 5, 1, 5. From 5 up to 2 is a perfect fifth. 5, 2, 5. From 5 up to 3 is a major sixth. 5, 3, 5. From 5 up to 4 is a minor seventh. 5, 4, 5. And of course, from 5 up to 5 is a perfect octave. 5, 5, 5. Now let's take a look at the intervals descending from scale degree 5. So from 5 down to 4 is a major second. 5, 4, 5. From 5 down to 3 is a minor third. 5, 3, 5. From 5 down to 2 is a perfect fourth. 5, 2, 5. From 5 down to 1 is a perfect fifth. 5, 1, 5. From 5 down to 7 is a minor sixth. 5, 7, 5. From 5 down to 6 is a minor seventh. 5, 6, 5. And of course, from 5 down to 5 is a perfect octave. 5, 5, 5. Alright, next we're going to look at the intervals from scale degree 6. So from 6 to 7 is a major second. 6, 7, 6. From 6 to 1 is a minor third. 6, 1, 6. From 6 to 2 is a perfect fourth. 6, 2, 6. From 6 to 3 is a perfect fifth. 6, 3, 6. From 6 to 4 is a minor sixth. 6, 4, 6. From 6 up to 5 is a minor seventh. 6, 5, 6. And 6 up to 6 is a perfect octave. 6, 6, 6. Now let's listen to the intervals descending from 6. 6 down to 5 is a major second. 6, 5, 6. 6 down to 4 is a major third. 6, 4, 6. 6 down to 3 is a perfect fourth. 6, 3, 6. 6 down to 2 is a perfect fifth. 6, 2, 6. 6 down to 1 is a major sixth. 6, 1, 6. 6 down to 7 is a minor 7th. 6, 7, 6. And of course, from 6 down to 6 is an octave. 6, 6, 6. Alright, all we got left to go through are the intervals from the 7th. So from 7 up to 1 is a minor 2nd. 7, 1, 7. 7 up to 2 is a minor 3rd. 7, 2, 7. 7 up to 3 is a perfect 4th. 7, 3, 7. 7 up to 4 is a tritone. 7, 4, 7. 7 up to 5 is a major 6th. 7, 5, 7. 7 up to 6 is a minor 7th. 7, 6, 7. And 7 up to 7 is an octave. 7, 7, 7. And then the descending intervals from 7 down to 6 is a major 2nd. 7, 6, 7. From 7 down to 5 is a major 3rd. 7, 5, 7. From 7 down to 4 is a tritone. 7, 4, 7. From 7 down to 3 is a perfect 5th. 7, 3, 7. From 7 down to 2 is a major 6th. 7, 2, 7. From 7 down to 1 is a major 7th. 7, 1, 7. And lastly, 7 down to 7 is a perfect octave. 7, 7, 7. So now let's take a look at some exercises where we'll play and sing the scale in every interval. So if we were to play the scale in seconds, that's just playing the scale straight up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But now let's do it in thirds. 1, 3, 2, 4, 3, 5, 4, 6, 5, 7, 6, 1, 7, 2, 1, 1, 6, 7, 5, 6, 4, 5, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 7, 1. Now let's try it in fourths. 1, 4, 2, 5, 3, 6, 4, 7, 5, 1, 6, 2, 7, 3, 1. And then on the way back. 1, 5, 7, 4, 6, 3, 5, 2, 4, 1, 3, 7, 2, 6, 1. Now how about in fifths? 1, 5, 2, 6, 3, 7, 4, 1, 1/6. 1/6, 2/7, 3, 1, 4, 2, 5, 3, 6, 4, 7, 5, 1, 1, 3, 7, 2, 6, 1, 5, 7, 4, 6, 3, 5, 2, 4, 1. And then lastly in sevenths. 1, 7, 2, 1, 3, 2, 4, 3, 5, 4, 6, 5, 7, 6, 1, 1, 2, 7, 1, 6, 7, 5, 6, 4, 5, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1. Let's try harmonizing the scale using all of those intervals. So let's harmonize the scale every note a second down. Now let's harmonize the scale with a third down. Now let's harmonize with a fourth below. Now how about a fifth below? Now a sixth below. Now a seventh below. And then finally an octave below. All right, so now that we've gotten those exercises together, let's try improvising some simple melodies over the drone, using both our instrument and our voice. Make sure that your instrument is following your voice and not the other way around. This is a good exercise to get you in the habit of playing what you hear in your mind instead of just letting your fingers wander. 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 5, 1, 6, 5, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3.
seven, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. 1, 2, 1, 7, 1, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, 5, 2, 3, 6, 5, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 5, 7, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 1, 1, 6, 5, 7, 6, 1, 7, 6, 7, 5, 2, 3, 1, 7, 6, 7, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5, 2, 3, 1, 1, 3, 5, 4, 2, 3, 1, 1, 5, 6, 5, 6, 1, 7, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 5, 3, 6, 4, 7, 6, 4, 7, 2, 1, 6, 6, 1, 7, 6, 5, 6, 3, 5, 7, 6, 5, 6, 3, 4, 7, 6, 1, 7, 6, 7, 5, 2, 2.
So let's try going up a fifth to E flat and playing all that same stuff on the guitar. Let's start by just playing up and down the major scale. Now let's play the scale in thirds. Now how about in fourths? Okay, how about fifths? How about in sixths? And let's try sevenths. now let's improvise some simple melodies on this instrument.
5, 6, 1, 1, 3, 3, 4, 5, 3, 2, 2, 1, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 5, 3, 6, 4, 7, 6, 4, 7, 6, 4, 1, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 6, 5. 5, 6, 7, 2,
'These are ideas that you can implement without having to have massive amounts of chops on your instrument. To prove that, I'm going to improvise some simple melodies using these ideas on an instrument I just recently picked up, the Cornet. Apologies to any real brass players out there. Alright, that's about it for today. I've put up a separate video with long drones around the circle of fifths, so you can practice these concepts in all 12 keys. Next time on Accelerated Introduction to Harmony, we're going to be talking about major triads. If you're interested in jazz improvisation, you can buy a copy of my book, Chord Tone Improvisation, a practical method for playing on jazz standards, Volume 1, Approaching Major and Minor Triads. You can buy that on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description. You can also buy a PDF on my website. I'll leave a link for that in the description as well. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take it easy.